and my beat goes boom.
It's Thursday night and you know what's about to happen. That's right, folks, it's time for The Beat, a KTB production. The weekly musician showcase for Pensacola local music talent and beyond. Hosting players of all genres everywhere along the Emerald Coast. All live and unedited because we like it raw and in your face.
And I will try. I'm gonna show you why Egyptian lover is so alive. And my beat goes boom.
Tonight's guest, Kevin Koontz.
Boom, 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 boom.
And now, the host of The Beat, the main man with the musical plan. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Please welcome Beat Man Rich Navarre.
I'm rough, I'm so unique. I've got the baddest jams around. You little freak, freak this.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing tonight? That's a weird intro music. I'm trying to find tunes with the word beat in them, and it's not easy to do. And every time I do this, I get a copyright ding almost every single time. Fortunately, I have been fortunate to win all of my appeals so far, based on the fact that I don't make any money off of this thing. And it's this is a big plug for the original artist. So, and I'm going to mention the original artist and my statement, which does me pretty much no good whatsoever, but I do it anyway, just in case somebody ever, from ASCAP or whatever, watches the show and listens to me anyway. So that was And My Beat Goes Boom by the Egyptian Lover. Never heard of him before, but I like the tune, got the word beat in it, and it moved along. So I don't own the rights to this music. Any Facebook earnings that come about as a result of playing his tune, the Egyptian Lover can have all 37 cents. That's fine with me. So I'll gladly forfeit my Facebook earnings for his behalf to allow me to play the song at the beginning. So, wow. What a show we had last week. Did you get a chance to catch it? Oh, my goodness. Don Durkin and Steve Maples were here. The Don Durkin Jr. Band, and it was so much fun. So far, that show is setting records, and it's the first show that I've shared the most content, ancillary content, after the show. 2 segments of us playing music together, which were totally unrehearsed and uncut. I just heard these songs before, and I sat down with them, and it just worked out great. And, what musician doesn't love to have a scenario like that work out, So it also helps to be playing with really top-notch musicians, and boy, those 2 guys can play. There's no doubt about it. Thank you, gentlemen, if you're watching, and I appreciate that for allowing me the honor and privilege to sit with you for a few numbers. Really enjoyed finally getting to play Mainline Florida. I've been waiting on that for a while. Too much fun. Okay, so what's in the news this week? Got a concern playing the shaker tonight. Did you see the post? Jack Grimley, Greg Maloney, and Jim George are debuting as Jim, Jack, and Jameson. I can get tongue-tied with all the J's. Jim, Jack, Jameson. They're a new trio, and I don't know. I didn't know anything about this. I just found out today. And I can also tell you that D-Lady and I will be in attendance tonight, sometime later on tonight, at the Sandshaker to go check this out, because each of these musicians in their own right are top-notch. Grade A, 5 stars, as far as I'm concerned. I played with them, and I've seen them play with multiple bands around, and they are all so very talented. So I'm looking forward to that. Jim, Jack, and Jameson. You ever heard of that? Nah, I don't think you have, because it was just mentioned today. Anyway, we're looking forward to that tonight. Absolutely. So, also, the Calverts are back, playing at Calvert's in the Heights, of all places. Figure that out, huh? They're going to be starting tonight at 7 o'clock, right as my show ends. And we are going to try to make it over there for at least a couple of tunes and get some live content, some pictures and video and so forth before we move on over to the Sandshaker. So we're looking forward to that. The Calverts, if you have not seen the Calverts yet, I mean, it's an all-star arrangement with 4 and 5 part harmonies. You got Billy Harrell singing in this thing. Scott Calvert's playing the drums. You got Glenn. I can't think of everybody else's name right now. But I'm going to tell you what, it's one heck of a band. And if you haven't seen them, you really ought to get over there and check them out. Plus, Calvert's in the Heights is a great place to go. You know, if you want to go and have a good meal and sit down in a nice atmosphere. There's always good people there, no matter what's going on. So, shout out to Scott Calvert. I know he's not watching this right now because he's preparing for his show. Anyway, that's going to start at 7 o'clock tonight. Okay. And here's some more news. Lipstick and Legends are in serious rehearsals and prep for some upcoming shows at DNR Lounge, Moonshine Saloon, and other places. And listen, I got to tell you, I'm having so much fun with this band because the legends, the musicians themselves, are all uber seasoned musicians. We got Lars Espenson on saxophone. The man's amazing. We've got Bill Burke Sr. Playing bass, and Bill and I lock in like laser targets and stuff, and we are reading each other just great. It's quite a refreshing experience. And we've added a new legend to the mix. Mr. John Fountain is going to be joining us for the next few shows. Hopefully more after that, but for now he's committed to the next couple of shows with us. And he's going to be playing with us. Now, if you've seen John before, he plays with Lee Mascaries, Me and the Misfits. He's played with Rocky Denny, Cat Daddy. He is a superb lead guitarist and rhythm man. He knows what he's doing. And he keeps us all honest in rehearsal. There's no doubt about it. If somebody's out of key or whatever, or if somebody wants to know the key, all he has to do is hear like the first 3 notes of a song, and he knows the key right away, and just tells everybody what we're playing it. So, but his unique playing style has added a fine touch to our repertoire. I'm gonna tell you right now, and we're looking forward to his musical contributions. John, if you're watching out there, I'm glad to have you on board, sir. And the rehearsals have been really, really good. They have been working the beat, man. I'm going to tell you right now. But you know what? It's been a while since I've been in a rehearsal regimen like this, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun, too. And we're playing some unusual stuff. You know, we're not playing stuff you hear around. We're playing what I would consider vintage classic blues. You know, I mentioned this before. Artists like Coco Taylor and Ed James, and we're even doing some Bonnie Raitt, some Susan Tedeschi, you know, a little bit more updated stuff too. But we've got a whole list of classics that get you off your fanny and on the floor, if you know what I mean. And this is one thing I like about it too, because it's good dancing music. And our slow tunes, man, if you haven't heard Lipstick yet, you are missing something big time, because she can belt it out there with soft stuff and loud stuff. So let me ask you a question. You know, and by the way, before I go any further, if you're logging on and you're watching the show right now, welcome. We got a few on board right now, dear lady.
Lisa's watching.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Love Lisa. She watches every show. I think she's probably seen all 25 episodes. I think. We'll see. But hey, hi to Ivan. I know he's recuperating and trying to, you know, get back on into the regimen again. So I hope he gets well soon. Okay. Anyway, what did you think about last week's segment on your tip jar and how valuable it is and what you can use it for? Get any cool ideas from that? I hope so. I had a few comments on that. Yeah, it's a sparkly tip receptacle. My tip snare is, it's renowned. I'm going to tell you right now. People have talked about it in the past, and I've got it decorated now better than I ever have. So, and I'm very much looking forward to using that in our next show at DNR Lounge on the 28th. So, But if you did come up with any kind of cool ideas on how you could decorate them or make something, make it unusual, let us know. Post a comment. You can do it now. You can do it after the show. It doesn't matter. Speaking of shows, I just want to get this out of the way. That we have 26. This will be the 26th episode of the Beat, and all the episodes are on YouTube right now on Beatman Rich Navarre, my YouTube channel. Okay, if you haven't yet, subscribe. I'm not into begging people for subscriptions. I just need to build some numbers up so I can finally get over to YouTube and do my live show there. Is what I want to do, because that's where the money is at. You know what I mean? Not that I'm doing it for the money, but it would be nice.
Brenda Robinson is watching.
Who?
Brenda Robinson.
Hi, Brenda. Thanks for logging on to the show. We appreciate that. You just got your name mentioned. How about that? It'll make you famous for all that's worth. All right. Another one?
No.
Okay. It's time now for upcoming shows, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to start right off with the Exit 69 band with Reagan Fish. They debut at Rocky's Bar, 7 p.m. next Thursday. Riptide, the band. What's going on? Caught your show down at, I can't help it. I love Riptide. I think that there's just a ton of talent there. I mean, a big shout out to Brandon, Wolf, Eric, Crash, and who am I missing? I'm missing Brandon's son. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. It's brain fart. What can I say? I'm getting old. Anyway, great band. And you got to go see them. They're going to be at Woodsy's Hilltop Bar Friday and Saturday night this weekend, and both shows start at 9 p.m. You want entertainment? Go see Riptide the band. Donnie Morgan's got a heck of a weekend coming up here. He plays the Boathouse Landing Restaurant in Valparaiso, 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then Saturday at Pickett's Vendor Market on Highway 87 in Navarre. And that show's at 11 a.m. And then back at the Boathouse Landing Restaurant at 5 p.m. again for another show. And then Sunday, Donnie entertains at Al's Beach Club and Burger Bar on Okaloosa Island at 4 p.m. Donnie, go, dude. Four shows this weekend. Yeah, I love to hear that. Working musicians. I can't get enough of that. I love it when people are working. So congratulations, Donnie. The Remedy hits G.I. Jades for the bike night tonight, 6 p.m. They're working right now. Thank you, Lance, for that submission. And as I said earlier, ever heard of Jim, Jack, and Jameson? Who are these guys? Well, neither have I until I saw these three stellar musicians post about playing the Sandshakers. Jim George, Greg Maloney, and Jack Grimley make their trio debut tonight at 8 p.m. at the Sandshakers. So this one's definitely going to pull me out of the house tonight. Bad Juju dominates both Hub Stacy's locations this weekend. Downtown tomorrow, 7 p.m. and on the Point Saturday at 7 p.m. as well. So also Bad Juju will be competing in the IBC Blues Challenge Sunday at Seville Quarter for the Blues Society of Northwest Florida. It starts at 1 p.m. That's going to be a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, if you can make it over there. Lots of blues entertainment. I'm hoping Lipstick and Legends will be part of that competition next year, because I think we can give people a run for their money, without a doubt. Mojo Band, Mobile, and the Michael Tillman Band going to be at the Grand Mariner Restaurant and Marina tomorrow at 6 p.m. Then Michael heads to the Ravenette Pizzeria for a duo performance with Paco at 9 p.m. Bad Alibi plays the Lillian Community Club tomorrow at 6 p.m. I love the Lillian Community Club. It's such a nice venue, and the people are so cordial and so nice there. Brandon Giles Band plays the Purple Parrot Beach Bar tomorrow, 7 p.m. Then, on Saturday, at Johnny B's Front Porch at 6. Plus, Brandon performs at the Sandshakers Sunday at 5 p.m. The DT's at Beach Buzz Restaurant and Bar tomorrow at 6 p.m. Magnolia Riot. That's a new one on the scene. I'm sure they've been around, but I just started seeing them pop up on social media. Intriguing. I think I want to get out there and see them. Anyway, they hit Doherty's on Dolphin Island in Alabama tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tim Cason plays Jake and Henry's tonight as the Tim and Jess duo. It starts at 6 p.m. And then Saturday at the Emerald Waterfront with Rowdies at 6 p.m. Sunday, Tim plays a solo show at G.I.J. That's a 1 p.m. show. The Shadowcasters, what's going on, fellas? Shout out to David, and all the other Davids, and my bottom man, Jay. Tim, what's going on? Tom, I'm sorry. Anyway, love that band. They're playing American Legion, 199 in Fairhope, Alabama, at 5 p.m. I believe that's Saturday, or is it tomorrow? I think that's tomorrow. Rocky Denny and his brotherhood of pro players hits the Sandbar tomorrow at 6 p.m. Also, he'll be at the Blues Challenge at Seville Quarter at 1 p.m. as well. Ragdoll plays DNR Lounge tomorrow, 9 p.m. And the Collective hits Perdido Key Sports Bar tomorrow, 7 p.m. And again on Saturday at Cobalt, the restaurant, at 5 p.m. Then, at 10 p.m., the Collective plays the Red Haven Live. They've done this before, jumped from one gig to another. They're going to be busy this weekend. Congratulations, everybody. Shout out to AJ and Greg. Oh, my goodness. Here. Mira and the Walls plays the Sandshaker Friday and Saturday, 9 p.m. Mystic Radio plays Patty O'Leary's Irish Pub tomorrow at 8 p.m. Yeah, you got out there and check them out, too. I haven't heard, I think I heard Mystic Radio one time a while back. But I need to go see them again. And the Modern Eldorados, you know who they are. They hit Patty's Saturday at 8 p.m. And then the Full Monty Band plays Sunday at Patty's at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. All top-notch entertainment. You got to go see them. Smokey and the Freeway 98 Band plays Peg Leg Pete's tomorrow. And then at 6 p.m. plus Calvert's in the Heights Saturday at 7. Buzzcut converges on Bamboo Willie's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Shout out to Angel Cedillo. He's running sound out there at Bamboo Willie's these days, and he's got his job cut out for him. Charlie and the Hammerheads. What's going on, gentlemen? They play Five Sisters Blues Cafe tomorrow, 6 p.m. You got to see Charlie. And my guest tonight, Koontz Band, plays the Speakeasy in Foley Saturday at 5 p.m. I believe I'm right on that. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. The Michael Vincent Band plays Calvert's in the Heights tomorrow, 7 p.m. And the Banana Moon Pies unload on the Sandbar again Saturday at 7 p.m. You want to hear some good harmonies and a real good mix? I'm going to go see Banana Moon Pies. I tell you, they got some seasoned professionals in that band. Cat Daddy Duo plays Hub Stacy's downtown tonight for Flock and Roll, supporting suicide prevention. That started at 6 p.m. And the Aces play Tailfin's Waterfront Grill tonight. They started already at 5. And tomorrow at G.I.J.'s Tiki Bar at 6 p.m. And Saturday at Auntie D's Row House in Milton at the 7 p.m. show. The Calverts, as I said before, at Calvert's in the Height, they're on in 40 minutes, 7 p.m. At Calvert's in the Heights. The J. Michael Experience is at the Well tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm hurrying. I'm doing the best I can here. I'm getting evil eyes here because of the time. Hurricane Paula Cat 5 hits Goat Lips Chewing Brew Saturday 7 p.m. I haven't heard of them either. That might be a cool show to go see. And finally, Lipstick and Legends again. Our next show is DNR Lounge on Friday the 28th. That's 1 week from tomorrow, folks. Please come out and show us some love. We're now booking well into October. Our style and music are setting us apart, and we are gaining followers and support daily. So check out our new flyers on social media. They just got released, and they're out now. Amazing what's being done with this AI stuff, ChatGPT. Oh, dazzling looking stuff for sure. But anyway, that's it for upcoming shows, ladies and gentlemen. I will encourage you to get out and see some live music this weekend. Go out and support your local music scene. So now it's time for my guest to join me. He is an enterprising man. He's got a family. He's got kids. He owns his own business, which he works very hard on during the day. Plus, he is a musician, singer, songwriter, and I got to tell you, him and I had a conversation the other night on the phone, and we're going to be talking a lot about what we talked about. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with his credentials. I'm impressed with his talent. And he's got some really cool stuff to impart to everybody tonight. So please, if you will, welcome my guest for tonight on the beat, Kevin Koontz. Come on over here, man. Yeah, I turned that mic around. Sorry, I used it for the intro. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Rich.
Good to see you. Kevin's never been on the show before. As a matter of fact, this is the first time we've met face to face. So I'm really excited to have him here today. He is going to be entertaining us a little bit later on. And, get ready for that, too. From what I heard, you guys are going to get some entertainment tonight. Oops. Sorry, you lady. I just kicked a tripod. That's live TV. What can I say? So anyway, I appreciate you coming on the show, Kevin. I really do. You had to fight some weather tonight, I understand.
Oh, yeah. It's flash floods this time of year.
Oh, my goodness. And it just came down as a deluge between here and you're in, where you at in Alabama?
Over in Lillian, right across the state
Oh,
line.
you're not that far.
Yeah,
Okay, great. That's where I rehearsed, actually, right? Just right over the bridge. Not even to Johnny B's place. So.
Horrible area. Nobody should go there. Don't move there. Stay away. Terrible area.
Okay, we'll leave that where it is. Let's start with a little bit of history, if we could. First of all, I would like to need for you to tell everybody how the Koontz Band began and what have you done to publicize the band and how do you use marketing to your advantage for Koontz Band?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm the songwriter, singer, guitarist of the band. I got with my bass player, Andrew Toll, and the drummer, Kevin Crane. We started playing as a unit about 2.5 years ago. Practiced regularly. We rehearsed last night.
Oh, cool.
And right now we're working on a 15-track EP that's pretty much written. We're just, polishing it up and ironing it out and getting ready to do some mixing and recording and then send it off to some mastering.
That's interesting. Are you going to be doing the tech work yourself, the recording stuff, or do you have a studio you picked out or somebody you know?
Yeah, so I built a studio at my house, and I say that loosely. It's not a $500,000 studio, but it's good microphones, and I'm learning Logic on the MacBook.
Yeah.
There's many DAWs to use, but we should all learn some of them, and then maybe hand it off to a mastering engineer.
Oh, wow.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. How does marketing and a proper business and proper business management affect a band's overall productivity, outcome, and notoriety?
Well, I would say that you have to treat it like any other business where marketing is the first step of business, just in general. Marketing is something that's ever-changing on its own. We have to keep up with the trends in music marketing in order to figure out what to do.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit more about your experience with that, because you've produced some pretty cool music here of late. I saw a couple of your clips, and I love the feel, I love the rhythm and everything. You know what I mean? But you're navigating a big pond here with, especially doing a 15-track album. And you're doing it all in-house. Am I right?
Yes.
At least that way you're bypassing the industry.
Yeah, and I'm going to use Pensacola local and industry legend, sound engineer Bill Roberts.
There we go.
Bill Roberts mastering.
Okay.
Long-time friend of mine.
And what part of town is Bill in?
Bill's out in Bruton.
Okay.
He grew up in North Pensacola, but he worked for Sony. He's worked under Prince Project, Madonna, Chicago, Genesis. Bill's an old-time legend sound engineer.
That's fantastic. Yeah,
and Bill Roberts mastering.
It amazes me sometimes when I have guests on the show, ladies and gentlemen, and they mention some of these names that have rubbed elbows with some of the biggest artists, in the industry.
Yeah.
Hello, microphone.
Yeah, there was a Sony studio in New Orleans in the 90s, and he ran that studio as a sound
Okay.
engineer.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, okay. As a singer, a songwriter, what would you say is most important in personal music distribution? How are you going to get the word out? How are you going to get your music out to the public?
Yeah, well, first things first is to use a distributor.
Okay.
And there's plenty of YouTube videos that can point you into the pros and cons of the big ones. I'd say DistroKid's probably the biggest.
I've seen that around,
You
yeah.
know, they're probably the best at distributing it. Like on the music side of things, there's a checklist of data points to do with the IDs and the ISRC codes and just getting it all lined up before you spit it all out. So that's where a distributor comes in. So.
Ah. And how much of a piece of your music do distributors take?
I have no idea. There's different packages.
Oh,
But
there
right
are?
now, it's not even, there's nothing. I'm not getting the numbers to stream. So that's where I'm studying, how to get picked up on the streams. So there's different methods of making different types of playlists. Like you can make playlists of local artists.
Right.
And then have, local Pensacola playlist. And the idea is to get plays and, have some of your songs in that.
Sure.
You can make a playlist for the current releases for your genre or your little subgenre. I would call mine Americana, trop rock, yacht rock, alternative, maybe grunge country.
Yeah, I was going to say
subgenres. You got to focus on the subgenre and your niche and just hammer your niche.
I'd have to add you got a little bit of southern country funk in some of your stuff too. It just got that feel sometimes. So you'll find out here in a minute. So let me backpedal a little bit. When did you get your legs in music? I mean, can you point to a specific time that things really started to pick up for you and started going your way, where you can really see the light and say, "Yeah, man, things are moving along"?
Well, I was born here in Pensacola in 1988, and I started playing piano in 97 and taking lessons. And
Wow.
One day I'd walk to football practice after school, and the next day I'd walk to piano lesson. So, like, I've been a musician since I was 8.
Wow. What did you start off with?
Piano.
Piano,
Yeah.
okay.
And, learning the songs that are, like, built into the piano, and then learning Star Wars for the recital or whatever.
A popular tune.
Yeah, and then I got into Adam Sandler inspired me to write songs on the guitar because I thought he was hilarious.
Oh, I know. His stuff is outrageous
It was
sometimes.
pretty funny back then, yeah. And then I'd go to church and I led worship bands in church and
Sweet.
discovered punk rock music and marijuana and all those things in high school
That we all discovered.
Yeah.
I discovered marijuana in high school.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, do you have any formal training at all? Have you been? You have any degrees, or are you studying, or did everything that you pick up self-taught?
I did take some music fundamentals and theory courses at PJC or Pensacola Junior College back then.
All right.
I still take classes. I go to John Hart over at Blues Angel, fantastic musician and teacher.
John Hart's teaching over at Blues
Yep.
Angel? I didn't know that. Who else is teaching over there?
I don't know many of the names, but Rachel at Blues Angel Music can turn you on to the School of Music that they've set up in the former Harris Music Building,
Right.
which is where I got my first guitar when I was 13,
Wow.
over on Pace Boulevard,
All right.
Blues Angel.
Yeah, I didn't know John was teaching over there. And who else have you sat under besides John?
Nate Smith,
Nate Smith.
yeah, True Blue Music,
Okay.
former owner of ARC Music over in Gulf Breeze, the music store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was over there not too long ago. In fact, I went over there for a Saturday afternoon. They called it Jam Sandwich.
Yeah.
I sat in with the boys on an electric kit over there. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, Robert and Robert and Tyler bought ARC and they really fixed it up and they've got a studio going on.
A nice
Big
one, too.
Vibrator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I like the vibe in there. The floor.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's
Goodness
got that
gracious.
wavy resin.
Yeah!
lava.
Folks, if you haven't been over to ARC Music in Gulf Breeze, you ought to go over there for anything else to go in there and say hi to Robert and look at the floor in this place.
Yeah.
I started looking down at it for a while. I almost got kind of dizzy because it's got a really cool pattern running through it. I've never seen anything like it. I never have. So
They've got some boutique amps too.
Yeah,
Some nice
they do.
guitars.
Yep. I saw some really nice guitars
Yeah,
over there. As a
some
matter of
nice
fact.
pieces.
Speaking of equipment, what gear are you using right now when you're playing in the band? And do you have any suggestions for other guitarists and they're looking to buy some gear? What should they be
Yeah,
looking for?
I mean, absolutely. I've got a lot of gear. You have to.
Of course.
First off, if you're making money, you have no reason not to start an LLC to be able to, utilize this as a business, treat it like a business, write off your expenses, treat it like a business.
Is there much to getting an LLC here in Florida?
It costs about $150.
That's it.
As far as last time I checked, about $150.
And what does an LLC do for a musician here in Pensacola, Florida?
Well, I mean, if your goal is to ever make more than $10,000 a year, then you might want to have some way to protect it if it grows bigger and bigger, and you treat it like a business to where your expenses aren't getting re-taxed after you've already purchased them, because it is a business, and those are your expenses, and everything you do along with it should be treated as an expense in your business.
Folks, these are wise words here, and you've heard me say them over and over and over again because this is so important. I don't care if you're only playing part-time to have some fun. If you're playing regular, you're making money. And if you're making money, somebody's got to pay taxes on that sooner or later. Mm-hmm. It's going to come back around. So, business is business, especially when it comes to being a musician. And this man knows because he has a full-time business of his own. Tell us just a little bit about that, please.
So in 2012, I started an appliance repair company.
Okay.
Patriot Appliance, LLC. We're the top dogs between Gulf Breeze and Lillian in those regions. But I love it. Been very blessed. It's kept me afloat and living in Lillian, and it's not music, but we're working on that.
Doesn't matter. I mean, hey,
it's a day job.
If you got an aptitude and you're making money and you're getting business, then that's the most important thing.
Well, and I'll say actually, I shouldn't say it's just a job. It is a business where I do make passive income.
Okay.
And that passive income is time not doing that business, to be frank, and time
Right.
that I am working on my music.
Gotcha.
So I should act very blessed.
Yeah.
And that takes a while.
And you're a family man too, I understand. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 daughters and a stepdaughter.
Oh my!
Yeah.
You poor man. I had 2 daughters, and they're in Houston right now. But 4?
Yeah,
Goodness
4.
gracious. Man, that's a lot of estrogen in the house, man. Oh, I feel sorry for you, dude. Outnumbered. You got any pets?
I've got 2 rat terriers.
Tell me they're male.
Yeah, they're all my dogs are male.
All right. There's something at least.
And a multi-poo.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. A multi-poo. Yeah, that's quite a mix, I'll bet. Yeah.
Yeah, my rat terrier, one of them is a short-legged Teddy Roosevelt. He's a stud.
Oh, they don't get to be. How big is it?
They get to be about 20 pounds, but they're like a muscular, firm little.
Yeah.
They're
short hair too, aren't
just
they?
like me. I'm just kidding. They're short hair. They're little pointy rat terrorizers.
Yeah.
They're cool dogs. Check them out, killing rats. Anyways, all right, music, guys.
It's okay. That's allowed on this show.
Yeah, love dogs.
Anyway, go ahead.
Pick a font. Stick with that font as long as you can. Be that font. That font's you to everybody. Own that font. Use it over and over. Pick it like 5 to 7 colors. Interchange them, but only use those colors.
All right, let me back up again. You didn't preface that statement. You're talking about the band logo?
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything?
Yeah.
When you choose a font for what you're posting or whatever, you're saying...
Yeah, I'm sorry to jump right in.
That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Because it's like I take all this stuff in and I utilize it myself, but I don't really have people asking about it very often. So
I
I'd
hear
love
you.
to talk about it.
There you go.
Okay, so, in terms of branding, I stick with one font. Maybe I'll deviate occasionally, but there's this one main font. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's mine. But I bought that font. buy a font, steal a font, whatever you gotta do, a unique font, and just only use that to create. I use Adobe Express. You can use whatever you want to,
Adobe
rely
Express.
on.
Wow.
It's hard to beat it.
That's a heavy hit. That's probably the most robust editing program on the
It
planet.
really is.
I mean, and to get to know it. I mean, years ago I was into Photoshop. And even that was, layer after layer and all the stuff you could do with it. But now,
Yeah, I mean, you can get down to making a 1-minute video with clips, on an iPhone with your special logo. It looks customed out. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I think either as artists we want to really, this is our best work, and I'm not saying to put out slop.
right?
Put out something that's consistently your font, your colors, your vibe. You're not bullshitting. You're not trying to be whoever else. We've all got our influences. Just consistently be yourself and be consistent and promote consistently.
That's probably the key word and the most important word in this episode tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Consistency. Okay? If you try something once or twice and it doesn't work the way you expected, don't just say, tried that, I'm not doing it anymore. What the heck? It didn't work for me. No, shift gears, do something different, change it up.
Yeah, fail forward.
Ah, man, that is so important.
It took my appliance repair company in 2012 years to actually feel like it was actually doing something.
Sure.
And paying off. So as a musician, which is, kind of a luxury job, it's going to take years.
Yeah.
How long did it take, the world's most famous band right now, the Red Clay Strays,
Okay.
to really pick up? Now, how many hours and miles did they put into it that, frankly, none of us are doing the kind of work that they were putting into it
Exactly.
to earn that spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's so many musicians that just think that they're so dadgum good that they don't need to rehearse.
Yeah.
That they don't need to get with the band, prepare.
Yeah.
And I know there's some. I'm not trying to, I'm not pointing anybody out. Because I've heard a lot of musicians who run their own deals and stuff and don't even use a set list. It's like whatever comes to them, and that's what they play. And they pull it off. But that's not the norm. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're already playing every other night, you're pretty much rehearsing anyways.
True.
So you're kind of the exception. Blues and jazz has a history of just doing improv and just playing by ear and just getting in that zone. So I can dig that, but guys that play one show every other week or so, I mean, bro, you got to practice.
Yeah.
And tell that to my friend who's been in the symphony since she was a child, who plays violin. She rehearses.
Oh my God.
She practices, and then she rehearses with the symphony. She practices on her own, and then she rehearses with the symphony.
And that's two classifications of that, ladies and gentlemen. Practice and rehearsal. You practice on your own by listening to the tunes and going over and over and over again. So when you come to rehearsal, you're already practiced, and then you only got to smooth out the kinks, and that's it.
Yeah, because that does suck when you've rehearsed, or when you've practiced, come to rehearsal, one person's like, I'm just not ready, my bad.
And I don't care what they play; it doesn't make any difference. And I've heard guitarists plink, 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 plink. How'd they go get what key that in?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard bassists do that. Everybody does it, So, all right, here we got a few more questions for you, sir. What do you feel is most important about performing live?
Well, I think you need the pressure. I think everybody needs to feel like what it's like to have to keep going.
Yeah.
Because in your bedroom, you can stop. Oh, I'm going to get that part right and get that part right. But when you do a 3 or 4 hour set, I mean,
You got to be
I
on
have
the
yet
game.
to do one 100% no hiccups whatsoever.
I would like to find a band that has.
Even the bands you're seeing at the Wharf.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. But who knows when they make a mistake? We do, because musicians always study that kind of stuff. But how does the audience feel about that, though, Kevin?
I don't really seem to see a difference, because
They
when
have
I'm in
no
the
idea.
audience, I might catch on to some of it, but I'm still like, you know what? I'm having a great time. These lights are great. It's nice to not work. This is good beer.
That's very true. Okay, last question. Talk about the relationship. How do you see the relationship between venue owners and bands, and how can they both partner to profit at the end of the night?
Wow, I've really had the chance to work with some great venues this year. If I might name a few, the Red Haven has been my favorite venue.
I'm hearing so much about that place. Haven't
So
been out there
great.
yet, but I'm going.
Josh Newcomb, his daughters Sky, Dove, future son-in-law Ian, they're just so awesome. Ants and Shane, it's a really fun venue, and they've got exceptional musicians just constantly circulating because Josh Newcomb's been in the industry for quite a while, and he's worked with Merle Haggard and some of the greats.
Here we go again, folks.
Yeah.
We got more people in Pensacola that work with some big names.
Yep.
What's the deal with that? Everybody wants to settle here for some reason? I don't know.
You know, we also get a lot of the Nashville crowd that comes down and says, hey, this
Yep.
is a straight shot down 65. I can just beach here or whatever they say.
Yeah.
No, it's-
Hang out, play some
Yeah.
shows. Yeah.
Get a little escape. But yeah, the Red Haven across from Big Mike's Steakhouse in Orange Beach. It was Loria's, but that's a great venue to check out. Pink Pony, still kicking it. They've been around for like 70 years.
Wow.
As a bar over on Gulf Shores near the Hangout. I've had the joy to play at the Grand Hotel in Fairhope.
Is that right?
Yes, it's poolside. It's a very quiet gig. There's not a lot of clapping.
Is that right?
Hey, that's another thing, guys. Something that I've noticed is daytime gigs, pool gigs, family-friendly gigs. Don't expect claps.
Yeah, right.
Don't expect tips. Don't expect anything except know your role. You know, hey, I'm here to be background noise and add to
Bingo.
the aura and the vibe of the place.
And be the best damn background music you can be for the venue. I mean.
Yeah, really. I mean, at the end of the day, and even, you know, I've heard people say, "Oh, this is soul sucking," and hang in there. And it's like, dude, like you're getting paid to play.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that name your like famous Las Vegas entertainer who doesn't feel up to it and says it's soul sucking? It's like,
Yeah, no.
know your role, dude.
No, and as the old saying goes, that show must go on,
Yeah.
whether you're feeling up to it or not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you have, because I've got many horror stories about having to play and not feeling nowhere near up to your game.
Yeah.
And you got to act. You got to make it seem like everything is just peachy keen and rosy. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you got laryngitis, don't try to do a show. Like, if you physically cannot perform, obviously don't.
That would kill it. That would
But,
kill
you
it.
know, if you got, you know, allergies or
Yeah.
tummy ache or, you know, God.
Oh my God. Anyway, well, listen. I hope you've gotten some good info out of the interview segment of this show, ladies and gentlemen, because this man has brought some golden information, and I wish I had more time because I know I can probably keep him jabbing for a good hour or better about things that can be done to help improve your performance, your business, anything that has to do with you as a musician and being in a band or being a performer. So at this time, we're going to make a little transition. Kevin, if you would please go take your spot back there and get yourself together. And in the meantime, D-Lady, we got anybody else on the screen that's popped up?
Not recently.
Okay,
Just
all
the
right.
regular. Oh, Alexandros.
Mm-hmm.
He was, yeah.
Okay. You talking about Adrianos?
Adrianos.
Adrianos
Yes.
Medeiros. How you doing, my friend? If you're watching, good to see you. Well, I can't see it, but you know I'm here anyway, so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show that I like the best because I get to shut up and hear and record some really, really good music. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Kevin Koontz, and he's going to give us some quality samples of his music, some of the 15, I assume, that are on the album that are coming. So please enjoy. If you got a comment, you got a question for Kevin while he's playing, pop it up on the screen. D-Lady will flag us, and we'll ask the man. So here's Kevin Koontz.
Daddy said if there's a will, then there's a way. Keep your head up, I know you'll make it through. Prepare your mind, plan your goals, and all I can say, if I can do it, you can do it too. People tend to move aside when you know what you want, but watch the wave and try to stay in front. Never mind what's behind, but remember where you're from. I've got all the faith in the world in you, my son. Go within, envision the optimal you. Oh, destined to meet again if you vow to stay true. Stay true, stay true. Mama said you didn't win, but it'll be okay. Still think you're a winner anyway. You missed the ball, but gave your all. Hey, you know what I say. Having fun is the only reason to play. Sure turned out to be such a nice day. Can't waste it all in front of the two. So grab your hat, grab your bat ball, bumming dirty shoes. All your friends are out there waiting for you. Go within, envision the optimal. Both destined to meet again if you vow to stay true. Stay true. Stay true. Stay true.
Oh my goodness! What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? I tell you what, I don't think I've heard pitch like that in a long time. Very well in tune, sir. What's the name of that song again?
That's Stay True. That's my latest release. You can catch on all the platforms. Stay True, Koontz, Koontz.
Oh man, that's a great tune, dude.
Thank you.
So what you got planned for us next?
And I will say, I will add to this too. A lot of my songs that I've had released so far, they're actually players that I hired up Fiverr and other websites,
Okay.
and kind of assembled and just did my own thing. And now that I've had a band that I've put in a lot of hours with over the last few years, and the same solid guys who show up. And you know what, guys? Bandmates, let me tell you this. No one's perfect. No one's greatest. There's no best in your band. You're all going to have to give and take, and no one can always show up. But when they do, and when it vibes, y'all got to treat it like a special relationship, you know? And you got to show each other grace and kindness and patience.
That is so good. Listen to what the man's saying, everybody. Listen to him.
Once a band is solid and it's the same players showing up, the venues really like that too.
Sure, consistency,
that consistency. And no one can make them all, and we should all be understanding, you know.
Yeah.
But I look forward to all of the songs I've released so far being replicated in one sound with one room, the same gear with the same guys.
Yeah.
Like it used to be.
Like it used to be.
A cohesive sound on the album, you know.
All right, give us another one, man.
Chris John says, "What's up, Kev?"
Hey, what's up, Chris? Good to see you, man. I'll be playing over in your neck of the woods at Foley at the Speakeasy by Waffles Are Wild Saturday from 5 to 9. They just invited me to that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. This next one's a story that I wrote after I heard an experience of a young man who watched his mother essentially get beaten, and then he decided to take matters into his own hands.
Uh-oh.
And it was just a story that I heard, and it just inspired me to write this song.
Okay, lay it on.
Which is totally cool. Mama met him before I turned 10. A few months later he moved us in. Went to his church and I don't know why, but there was something off with the guy. He left 6 months ago. That bastard left 6 months ago. Babysitter for the weekend date. None came back cause they stayed out late. Always came in drunk and stoned. The next day they'd leave me alone. He left 6 months ago. That bastard left 6 months ago. He took the breath of my mother when he said he didn't love her. Said he was looking for something more. That was the last time he slammed a door. Now detectives, we're all sad that he died, but you can't tie me to his trucks, brake lines. Yeah, he gave my mama a few black eyes, but he never made it home to watch her cry. He left 6 months ago. That bastard left 6 months ago. Oh, he left 6 months ago. That bastard left 6 months ago. Just let me go.
Oh my God, man. What a powerful tune. The lyrics were pummeling me, man. I mean, it was like, geez, I could feel that guy's pain. You've got such a strong voice. Let me ask you a question about the singing aspect of your music. Are you sitting under a vocal coach at all right now, or have you, or is this all natural stuff?
No.
Okay.
Short answer, no.
All right.
I've had so many coaches. I
It shows.
subscribe to so many YouTube channels. I study this every day. I still take guitar lessons after 20 years.
There you go.
25 years. Sorry.
Perpetual student. I love it.
I mean, dude, like, you can't master this stuff, and, you know, I could definitely do more warm-ups. Lately, I've been studying under Marissa Cross's, the legendary teacher Marissa Cross. You can find her on YouTube.
Okay.
Bought her program. Chris Lipe is a good teacher on YouTube. Fantastic. Ken Tamplin's taught me some stuff. You've probably seen his ads.
Oh, yeah.
But locally, Vicky Bailey is fantastic over in the Fairhope, Foley area.
All right.
I haven't met a lot of coaches over here. Blues Angel could probably link somebody up with that.
Oh, yeah.
But guitar teachers, John Hart and Nate Smith, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're enjoying this music as much as D-Lady and I. We got time for one more from this gentleman, so what are you going to do now, sir?
I'm going to do my anti-draft funk rock Americana anthem called Crisis.
All right.
Running out of problems to solve, they invent some more disaster. Pushing agenda, picking more fights, while morality plummets faster. They send some more troops
crisis. Each year's better than the next, while we let these fools decide what's best, turning citizens into minions. Why should I sign today for their decisions? They send some more troops and weigh those prices. The elite do not die, so it won't be a crisis. Some get to profit, others just for fun. I can't, no I can't. Some get to profit, others just for fun. They wanted all these wars, they can send their daughters and sons.
Outstanding, outstanding. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you, Rich.
Oh man, appreciate it. If you'll just be patient and sit right there while I close out the show, sir, I would appreciate that very much. Kevin Koontz, everybody. That's talent. I love those tunes, every single one of them, solid gold. And I wish you the very best, sir, in releasing your music and your album. I'm sure it's going to be successful.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to my lovely producer and camera woman, my dearest D lady. Say hi, D lady.
Hi.
Thank you to the captain, James Hutto, for creating my logo for the show. Be sure to catch the MCO Morning Show Fridays at 9 a.m. And also thank you to Margot Alger for creating my static logo and finishing touches on the show poster. Catch the eccentric Phil Thomas Cat Fridays at 6 p.m. on Facebook every Friday. Thank you to tonight's guest, Kevin Koontz. You can catch his original music on all the major platforms. Help the man out. Go and buy a single. You know, give him a like, share, everything. Help us promote this man. I mean, he's worth it. There's no doubt about it. And a very special thank you to all the people who helped make the beat a burgeoning success. It's growing, everybody. Hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to buy some more equipment and I'll look like a real professional then. What do you think about that? So, this is the Beat Man, Rich Navarre, bidding everyone a great weekend. Get out and support your local music scene. And remember, let love and music guide your life. KTB! I'm out!